Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Fred, and I thought maybe not right now be a good time to put on a little update video since I haven't been really updating that much on my Ford Club wagon, my Ford E350 diesel. I'm gonna just scratch that accent. I've been watching way too many YouTube videos. I neither can nor want to continue on that little joke. So anyway, this has become my daily driver, and it has been running sweet as a kitten. I tell you, it's been so good to me. It's been taking me from work, gone to Finland and back, helped my brother to move. It's been just absolutely awesome. There is one little issue. I mean, there are several issues, obviously, but it's an old Ford. I mean, what do you want? When I bought it, it ran. It ran. I mean, the transmission wasn't great, but you know, it ran. The engine was fine, but the oil pressure was less than desirable. Now, I changed the sender unit on the engine for the oil pressure, and that did help. It helped me. It obviously didn't help the oil pressure on the engine. It just helped me more peace of mind. And there I go again. Fucking hell. Oh well. I've been concerned. I mean, I've done 2 oil changes. I put in the Lucas oil thickener, everything, and it's been running fine until recently. It sounded like I lost oil pressure for about, I don't know, 5 or 10 seconds or something. And it started to tick. The ticking went away, amazingly. But it didn't go away completely, and oil pressure has been lower since then. Now, it has not been smoking, it has not had a higher temperature, it's been running fine. It doesn't have as much power as I previously, you know what, no, it just didn't have the same amount of power. Now, I know, this is a 185 horsepower van. It is no racer, it's just not gonna happen, but you just feel that some of the acceleration up the hills has been lacking. So, being the paranoid person I am, what do I do? What's the solution to this? Now, I could pull the head because the ticking or the valve train noise is on the right bank or right cylinder bank, whatever, right head, whatever. You could do that. It is a massive pain to take out a head. I know. Several people have done so before. I know. But if I'm going to put that much of work into it and pull a head and find it's a hydraulic lifter or a stuck valve or I don't know, with my luck something will be cracked. It just will be. So Fred, what do you do? Well, you buy another one, obviously. So, been at work here for a couple of hours and starting to, you know, pull the engine out of this one. Now, if you have watched my previous videos, you will have seen that the van I had, my daily driver van, the old 88 model, 89 model. Is 150,000 kilometer, or no, I'm sorry, 160,000 kilometer. My relatively low mileage van. That's about what's 150? 90,000 mile van. This is and I'm not going to convert this to mileage because I'm tired. I have to go home. I'm going to work tomorrow. This is a 321,000 kilometer van. Engine, I think. It's a 95 model. I don't think the engine's been swapped. Having dismantled this so far, it doesn't really have all the signs of the redneck engine swapping telltale signs, if you will. Like we don't need to replace this thing. We're just putting this bolt and I don't know, metric or imperial. It don't matter. You know, we just zip tie anything together and it'll be just fine. You know, believe me. I know what I'm talking about. I'm an Appalachian American. Sorry, that was offensive. I'm sorry. But anyway, this is my ADHD coming in. That was a fascinating tangent, Freddie. Well done. The mileage, yes, the mileage. This is I haven't checked yet, but I think this has a rear diff ratio of 354. Now, the older van also has a 354 rear diff ratio. Now it does. Before, it had a 411, meaning that the first 150,000 kilometers that this van did was on a high, I call it high diff ratio, which means that when you're doing 50 miles an hour, 80 kilometers an hour, the engine rev speed is a lot higher than it would be on a 354. Meaning, which in my logic means that this engine has done a lot more revolutions than it normally would in a standard rear 354 rear ratio setup. So I consider this now a high mileage engine, or not a high mileage engine. I mean, these engines are good for 500,000-600,000 kilometers, no problem. 300,000 miles, nothing. So 200,000 mile van, that's what this is. 200,000 mile van. This is a 95 model. Yeah. You know, even though this has higher mileage on the odometer, it's probably the same as this one, because this one I changed the diff ratio and then I changed the whole bloody rear axle on it. I think it couldn't be asked to just change the whatever. What am I trying to say here? This van's engine has done roughly the same amount of revolutions as this one, and this one has done this mileage at higher revolutions or RPM than this one has. This one has just been cruising at around, I don't know, like 2000, 2001 RPM at highway speeds. This one has been closer to 2.8 or 2.9. The ratio is insane. Now this is an old aircraft crew bus. Like, I know it was a 12-seater. It has to have a 411 to not be down on power, because these are both non-turbo vans, so they don't have that much power to give. But enough of that. People have asked me so far, well, why are you going to all this trouble? I mean, we're going to pull the motor, or why are you going to blah, blah, blah. I was saying, no, you know what? I don't care. I mean, I care. Obviously, this sucks to have to do, but it's also fun. I get to take out this 7.3 IDI 95 model with the various very small upgrades it got through the years. The block is basically the same. It got a few tweaks here and there, but nothing major. It is a direct bolt-in to my 89. This van didn't really have much going for it. It has basically the same transmission, basically the same rear axle. I'm going to take care of that, rear springs, transmission. So I have 3 transmissions now. And I'm basically just going to scrap the rest. We do have a work van at work, which is going to take care of the door, which this van will become a donor to for the doors, because remarkably, it doesn't have much rust. I mean, it has. I mean, in the rocker, the rocker panels are shot, because of course they are, but the doors, they're fine. I mean, under here, it's just intact. It's nothing. I mean, it has the standard rust here and rust here, where they all rust there. But the rear doors, side doors, front doors, they're all fine, absolutely fine. And since the van I have at work is my father-in-law has, it's an 05, I think. This body was made from, I think, 92 until like 2006, 7 or something. The doors are the same. Everything is the same. And the wiring harness isn't, and the door lock mechanism isn't, but that doesn't matter. We can just move that over, because the basic frame of the door all around, it's the same. Well, that was enough of that. So, I bragged about, oh, so happy I'll be getting a low mileage van and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It has been great. I've been driving it every day. I love it to bits. And you don't see these anymore, these old bullnoses. And that's why I want to take care of it. I wanted to keep it on the road. And I like this style of van too, I really do. But it's been picked clean. The interior is gone. It's rusty underneath. The frame is bad. So, too bad. This one has to sacrifice for this one to live. And I'm really excited about getting this engine out, although it is a pain. It is a pain. Because you got to get a whole, got to get this whole cast iron 7.3 IDI diesel engine out of a van. And this is the easy one. This is going to be a difficult one because this wasn't built originally with a 7.3. I mean, it had it for a factory, obviously. But when this van was built, this engine wasn't invented yet. This one, it was. So this one was built as an assembly plant in the 90s where efficiency was a lot bigger deal than it was when these were made. So it's like, yeah, I don't have the details on that. I'm not going to slander the Ohio plant for anything. It is what it is, you know. Think what we're going to learn. Think what we have learned. I think a lot of guys would be, oh, I got to do an engine swap. Oh man, that sucks. But yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'm enjoying myself. Really am. So until next time, when I get an I'm terrible at these updates, so it's probably not going to be for when that block is in that one. But I'll probably maybe I'll do a video when I'm pulling the engine out of this one because that will require a lot more swearing than this one. Well, see you later.